looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. I'm rolling in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you mean. Why you chase the crust and I take the lead? Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on your name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no end to sight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm holding your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. What's behind? Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. You're trying to figure out your own identity. Can't you see? Yeah, keep it up. Keep trying, but you'll be stuck with Daddy for life. I'm Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Hey everybody, how are you guys doing tonight? Yeah, we're going to pick up where we left off last night. In case you guys weren't here last night, we had a pretty good stream. Yamaha definitely kept me laughing the whole night. He's good. He's good. We had a blast. We had an absolute blast. Oh, you know that they're going to be losing their mind over what we've been uncovering. It is so crazy. What's up, Wes and Bama? He says, hit it, Shez. All righty, just for you, Wes. Welcome.
Welcome to the shit show.
Oh, yes. Every single day, a new flavor of thuggery. Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of rocks. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, balderdash, poppycock, bollocks, and thuggery. Oh, yes. Yes, I broke Yama. Thanks, Wes, for being here. I know you've been here longer than 6 months, but 6 months sounds good. 6 months sounds really good anyway. Oh my gosh, so good to see all you fine people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I've been working on a Christmas song. I think you guys might like it. You guys, I think it's going to do really well, but I won't start playing it until December. And December 1, I have a new album that'll be out. It is, I made a mistake whenever I set it up, and I ended up setting it up for December 1 because I thought I could go back and change it. I'm not able to go back and change it, but it will pop December 1st. It'll be a whole album. And a lot of those songs you probably already heard. Whoa, I'm back. Love the new intro. Yeah, the intro's good. The intro's good. I put up 3 Christmas trees today. Nice. Yeah, so as soon as December rolls around, I will start, and I've got a video for it too, which is it's going to be good. I'm still working on getting the video done. It takes a little bit, but whenever the video is done, I will have that all Christmas long. I've always wondered if you and Jeremy have ever met in person. No, Ronnie, never. I've never met Jeremy in person. That's funny. No. I think I've talked to Jeremy just a few times on streams, but yeah, I haven't met Jeremy in person. No. I haven't met a lot of people in person. I mean, I went to Dollywood and met with, let's see, Expert, Volstorm, Dictionary Diva, The White Rabbit, Mo in the Deep End, Angie, T42. Oh gosh, who else was there? Kaiser Pineapple. Actually, I met Kaiser here in Georgia. He had to be here for some business, and so I was able to meet up with him and go grab a couple of drinks. It was good. But yeah, met Feral Housewife. Trying to think who else was there, because there was quite a few people there. But yeah, I had a good time. Rosalind, yes, Rosalind Duke, Valhalla, yeah, yeah. Like no, I Baker, yes, Baker and I, we had some pretty interesting conversations. He's good people. Good evening. Sorry you're late. No, you're here. You're right on time. You're right on time. And I reworked Roseman Ranch and Mr. Roseman and the Duke. Yeah. I mean, it was a whole group of people. A whole group of people. Maybe next year you'll find a way to go. Hey, the more the merrier. It'll be fun. You know, it's always a blast. You know, we usually meet up at Dollywood, and then, you know, we go about doing our own thing, and then we do the FNL, which is always interesting. It's always interesting. Raging Nana 57. Yes, good to see you. Hugs and love to you, Daddy. Oh, thank you, Death Angel. I appreciate it. Maybe not. He found them and he said White Rabbit had them. You guys are good. You guys are good. No work tomorrow, no school runs, so I can stay up late. Well, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Had a cup of hot tea. That sounds wonderful right now. A beach conversation with Jeremy would be stream worthy. Yeah, you know, if I had a conversation with Jeremy, I don't know if I'd want to have it recorded, because I would probably use too many cuss words and embarrass him. I've got a potty mouth. Let's put it down. I've been trying to get better. Speaking of trying to get better, I've got something I want to show you tonight, and you guys can tell me what you think. You guys can tell me exactly what you think if it's Mo worthy. So this is a remake of the first song that Mo and I did together, and it's called Uranus Has a New Moon, and what it's about is the planet Uranus. They found that there's a new moon there. So did I get a haircut? Just a couple. No, I got my ears lowered. So yeah, I got a haircut. But this is I remade it, and I hope that it works out a little bit better. I fixed some of the lyrics on it and made it better. So you guys tell me what you think.
Ticking
See, I think that turned out much better. Yeah, that was one of those song. That was the first one that we did. She said, I want something that's like Devo, but also like more how do you say it? More Jimmy Buffett or something. I was like, okay. I think I could do that. I think I could do that. Sir Frank Otter's been here for 16 months. Oh my gosh, it seems like just yesterday. This is for you, brother.
Welcome to the shit show.
Every single day, a new flavor of buggery, 'cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of rocks. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, balderdash, poppycock, bollocks, and buggery. Ah, yes, I love it. So we're gonna get back to the video, and what, you know, whenever I start feeling a little nutty, I will play you guys a new one. So bear with it. It's gonna be good. Is that Princess Consuela's new theme tune? Asking for a friend. Oh, I've got one for her this Friday. Oh, and tomorrow night. I will be on with Mo. We start up about 6 o'clock. And we usually do 2 hours. We're going to be going over some more of the Koberger documents. Definitely, guys, come by for that if you're able to. We do that 6 o'clock Eastern time, which is, I think, 5 o'clock Mo time, or yeah, something like that. Tug Raid, welcome, Tug Raiders, welcome. And we will be going over some of the court documents, and then I may, it depends on if any documents come out. I may do a little bit more tomorrow. We'll just have to see. If any documents or any movement happens in any of the stuff. Right now, there's not a whole lot going on, not until probably, you know, another 3-4 weeks before we see any real big movements. Maybe not says we are always nutty. PSA, join the nuts. Welcome
to the
Hi, Yos. Good chair dance partner. Thanks, Harvey. Yeah, you don't want me to stand up and dance because I'm not wearing any pants. They're dumber than a bag of rocks. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, balderdash, poppycock, bollocks, and buggery. Yes. All right, Miss Tug. I just got done with your mom. Well, I hope things are going better. Shizzy, what is that? I'd like to request your Shizzy dancing song. Your 19th wedding anniversary is tomorrow. My birthday is 21st. Need to hear that song. Don Whitgotten. Dancing song. My Shizzy dancing song. I don't know which one is that. I'll have crazy we'll have crazy guano saga to fill the gap. Yeah, I'm sure there will be. All right, let's go ahead and bring this up right here. I wish I knew which one that was, because I would do. Oh, Shake It Dance. Oh, I could do that. I will get that one up for you a little bit later on. And Death Angel with a 1 gifted membership. I will play that a little bit later on, because we know from Morrow, Morning Whiz and Coffee. Yeah, I can do that. I've my morning break song. Yeah, I've got a couple of them, but I do have that one, I believe, handy. So what I'll do is I will play that. I'll play that in a little bit later. I want to double check and make sure if I have it here in this group of songs, and I don't. But that's okay. I will have it. If you see the screen switch in the background, it means I'm getting ready to play it. because we have different studios that I can flip through, and that's where I keep that song. It's just exclusively for the mornings, but it's awesome. And oh man, I've got the whole Dalton intro and everything. I wonder if I updated the song on that. Oh well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure that out anyhow. All right, let's get on with this, because this is really interesting stuff here.
The bankruptcy trustee is now hiring our lawyer, Randy Shockett, as her special counsel against Lynette. In other words, federal court trustee is paying Randy to represent the federal court to go after all of Lynette's assets. Lynette interrupts the trustee and our lawyers again.
Are you surprised?
Not at all. And now it's going to a full deposition in bankruptcy court. Bankruptcy court's back on, George.
It sure is. And guess what?
Chicken butt.
Guess who else had a late submission of documents?
What? Would that be Lynette and Saran Wrap? Again? Again.
You know, and that's so crazy that they constantly are doing the late document submittals. And I mean, it just gives off the impression that they don't take this seriously at all. I mean, that's how I would be taken if I was the trustee. It's like, they're not serious about this. You know, they're just wasting time. The only thing is they could receive a lot of sanctions for wasting the court's time. Oh, what does Randy say to Lynette? Again? Yes, again. Stop. Walks over to the corner and sits in the squishy chair. Oh, we'll get you. We'll get you. Oh boy, LB lied through her missing teeth. Yeah, it gets nutty. Let's put it that way. This gets much better.
Did we say again?
One more time for those in the back row. Again. Trustee's not happy. Not at all. Not at all. And things are getting, well, the level in the Zoom call just keeps growing. Well, let's get to it.
Keeps getting interesting.
Save some space for you.
Very, very interesting, George. Okay. Bankruptcy case is actually scheduled for.
When you file bankruptcy, are you still allowed to withdraw it at any point? No, once it gets to a certain point, it's too late. That's the thing. Once it gets to a certain point, it's too late. And they don't want it to get to that point. I have a feeling, you know, and this is just me looking at it from my perspective. It looks like they're just creating a big delay so that way they can bail on it again. But that might get them in all kinds of trouble, because if they do bail on it again, she won't be able to file bankruptcy for quite some time. I can't remember the time span on it, but that right there would be really bad for her. Like if she if she bails out of the bankruptcy, I mean, they've sort of put themselves in a really bad spot. No, especially Chapter 7. Yeah, they will end up in like a really, really, really bad spot. They won't be able to file any bankruptcy again, and for quite some time. And that right there, folks, I mean, that if they start losing all these cases, no money coming in, nothing protects them from losing all of their assets. Nothing. They can't do anything. The court will order them to be stripped of everything. They can't file bankruptcy at that point. So, I mean, I don't know if this was intentional or what, but it was intentionally stupid. From my opinion, it was intentionally stupid. It just seems like somebody's throwing somebody under the bus, like bad, like really bad. And well, you know, bad is going to do what bad does. They're always going to get a forensic audit, no choice. I don't know. That's a possibility. It's a big possibility. The funky stuff that could happen to him.
For 11:10, because that's the last on the trustee's schedule, and she knows this is going to be a longer than normal meeting because there are so many creditors that are interested in this. Now, we have 2 lawyers on this. We have Randy and a specialty lawyer just for creditors, such as us.
Yes, he specializes in bankruptcy court.
So we get a phone call before we jump on Zoom, and that is from Randy. Unfortunately, we can't share with you what that's about. But he does state get on immediately, and this is like 15-20 minutes before the call is even scheduled. Last time we weren't allowed in till the exact moment.
Correct.
And so we thought, well, we'll just wait till like 5 minutes beforehand. But nope, it was going on before we even knew about it. So we did jump on, and we jump in at 11:04.
Get down on it.
We're in the waiting room. And we are literally thinking, what insane thing is Lynette gonna do today?
Is she going to try and appear
question.
without the camera again?
Guess what? She did! She tried it again.
I can't believe that she would do that. I mean, I understand. I understand she doesn't want to show off her newfound piece of property. But it is insanely a bad idea. And I mean, that look on George's face, you know, it just, that look is just one of like, oh my God, I can't believe that she did this, but I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with it because this is such a mess. This is such a mess. All right. What I want to do, I'm going to give you, I want to do this for 2 reasons. 2 reasons, because one, somebody wanted to hear the break song and they really missed it. They really missed the dancing song. So I'm going to do that for you. Give you the dancing song. I want to make sure I have it right there. And why is it not showing up? It is not showing up. Did I remove it? I don't think I did. I might have actually dropped it off because I was having issues with the length of the song, but that's so weird. I didn't. Ah, there it is. I found it. This is for you. Happy birthday and happy anniversary and all the good stuff. Here you go.
Time to shine. I'm feeling the groove with these hips of mine. Hands in the air like spaghetti gone rogue. My knees are jelly and my hips just broke. Shaking it, breaking it, what a blast. Wobble it, wiggle it, shake that ass. Do a jig or a jog, wiggle it to the side, or break that hip by moving your ass. Step up or stand aside. My shoulders pop like a rusty hinge. My fingers point like they're on a binge. Twirl like a tornado, then drop real low. It's not planned, it's a shit sideshow. I've got the rhythm of a clock that's broke. My dance floor moves are a big effing joke. Shaking it, breaking it, what a blast. Wobble it, wiggle it, shake that ass. Do a jig or a jog, wiggle it to the side, or break that hip by moving your ass. Step up or stand aside. Mesmerizing glow. You can't help but watch me steal the show. I summon the shake, the shimmy, the twist, a mix of genius and a big old fist. You're drawn in close, your feet start to twitch, feeling the groove like a broke ass bitch. step up or stand aside. Now we're all in the shake, no need to be shy. Move like spaghetti and reach for the sky. We'll dance like we're cursed, laugh till we're sore. Shizzy whiz nut reigns forevermore. So join the dance, let your weirdness unfurl. We're shaking ass, not a care in the world.
You maybe not. I appreciate it. It was for the shake it money. Yeah, and I'm at some point I'm going to get back to doing morning streams, and I am working on a new direction for the morning show. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. You'll just have to wait and see. I may start doing it at the beginning of the year. We'll have to see. But that means that I may have to cut out my evening streams because I just can't get burned out. I just can't get burned out. I'm not going to allow that to happen. Yeah, Miss Therapy shows. Oh yeah, it's awesome. Yes, I always enjoy doing the morning streams. They were so much fun. But I want to get back into doing some morning streams and talk about the news and the craziness going on. And I may you just have to wait and see exactly what's going to happen. Stop being lazy, Shizzy. Stop being lazy. Yes. Stop being so lazy. I know. I got to go back to doing what the 8-hour days of streaming where I work for 12 hours and then stream for 8 hours and then sleep for like 2. No, I'm not doing that again. That's a burnout. Quick burnout. Oof.
So Lynette tries to get on Zoom yet again without showing herself on video. Now, how'd that go for her last time, George?
It did not go well. And that was one of the many reasons why the trustee, the Chapter 7 bankruptcy trustee, wanted a continuance, because the debtor has to appear in person, meaning via camera, via Zoom.
Proving that they actually are who they are. So, and the most hilarious thing is when the trustee has every...
Let me get that back up. I'm sorry, no video for you guys. I hit the wrong key. It's because I'm an idiot. Let me get that back up there.
I do today.
Is she gonna try and appear without the camera
thank you,
again?
guys.
Guess what? She did! She tried it again. So Lynette tries to get on Zoom yet again without showing herself on video. Now, how'd that go for her last time, George?
It did not go well. And that was one of the many reasons why the trustee, the Chapter 7 bankruptcy trustee, wanted a continuance, because the debtor has to appear in person, meaning via camera, via Zoom.
Proving that they actually are who they are. So, and the most hilarious thing is when the trustee has everybody announce their appearance and who they are, and she goes, your full legal name, and Lynette, Michelle, Lacey, Alexis, Ruby, Con, I don't know, so many names, I forget them all, Preston the third.
Senior.
Senior. Forgot the senior.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, the insanity of it all.
She did eventually appear via camera after the trustee was like, no, we are not doing this.
So she got put in her place yet again. Trustee lets everybody on by 11:11, which we're scheduled to go at 11:10. We're all on. What did you notice when Lynette actually got her camera on? What was her background?
That look. Just like what would Lynette's background be? Like, my fingers are all thumbs. Of course, George looks happy and very confident. George always looks pretty happy and pretty damn confident, which is good to see. I mean, I noticed this a while back, that you know, whenever I went back and started watching the, you know, some of their first time that they moved into Otter Creek, how, you know, lively, cheerful, and, you know, they were just looking to really, you know, do something. It was like, hey, you know, we're going to snowbird in Florida. We're going to, you know, still be doing these things. You know, we're going to have like our little section here. We're going to have our other section here. We're going to do this. And, you know, they looked like they were really excited about it. And over the past, I don't know, what's it been, 4 years, 3 years? It's just been, it's, you know, you've seen them just like the stress just wear on them from all of this. And it's like, like, why would anybody put themselves through this? You know, like, you know, you have Bubbles over there trying to say, well, he's just doing it for content. It's like, oh my God, you realize that they were making so much content before all this crap happened. I mean, they had a lot going on, and then this crap was just no fun at all.
Got Ghostbusters and Garbage Pail Kids. What was her background?
Well, I noticed that she was wearing the same pajama top as last time. Her hair wasn't in a messy bedhead bun. She actually cut bangs to cover like the receding hairline. Did you notice that the bangs were covering her receding hairline?
Yeah, I did.
So she does have bangs, or she at least put them down if she did have bangs. And she was sitting in the camper.
The what?
Her new camper that she just got a few weeks ago, she said.
No, what? She's in bankruptcy. Oh, wait, hold a second. Are you trying to tell me that she filed for bankruptcy, then went and got a loan for a brand new camper, paid $5,000 down, was begging and pleading for more, and she's in a new camper with this trustee in the bankruptcy filing? This is interesting. This is beyond interesting.
And we show. Oh, that's not a nice look. Sorry, George. she had her eyes sort of. She's like, the. I mean, yeah, sure. You can get things whenever you're in bankruptcy, but it doesn't look good for you whenever you're doing that. I mean, you think about this. You're supposed to be broke and indigent, and then all of a sudden you pop up with you know, this expensive ass thing. Instead of spending the money getting your place right. No, that it's just makes no sense to me. The place you got, the loan charges 27% interest. Oof, that's rough. That is rough. Oh.
Now, you can at times see Lynette talking to somebody over off to the side, whether it's Crook
or herself,
or whether it's one of her multiple other personalities. I don't know. But she's mumbling and muttering off to the side on film.
Oh, Shelly Huckabee, I'm sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. You'll watch the replay. Have a great night. You have a great night, Shelly. And it is that time of year where you know, you've got to keep hydrated and all kinds of stuff. So please get to feeling better, Shelly. That's no fun. Get some rest. Get some rest. Everybody needs to get some of that if they need it. Oof.
Now, I gotta admit, I'm pretty animated as well as I'm hearing things and doing things. So every lie she says, there's no doubt I'm shaking my head in the camera. George and I are just writing like crazy. Notes and notes and notes and notes and notes.
Yeah, we both took notes. But as she would say certain things, I would look up to see what her attorney is doing. I would look up at him.
Oh, he every time I saw him, he was like, oh no, crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap.
So
She's talking crap.
Like Jeremy and I can both take notes sitting upright and just doing this. He's like this.
George?
That's how I am.
You
Oh,
can't.
no.
All you see is the top of his head because he's writing like this.
Interestingly enough, you did not see a toilet today in the background.
He must have changed the angle.
I'm
He
guessing.
probably got
He
mocked
finally
so
learned.
much.
I'm sure he knows that the world is making fun of him for going on Zoom calls on a toilet, which is appropriate because you.
I'm sorry. It was funny. It was funny. Whether it was a toilet or not, I don't know, but it looked like a toilet in the background. It sounded like he was in the bathroom. Maybe that's the only place he can get any peace and quiet. You never know. She's ADHD protected. I'm on the highway to. Hey, look, a squirrel. Bathroom barrister died. Bathroom barrister didn't die. Oh, he's the lawyer. The lawyer. That's good. Oh yeah, and she is desperate. I mean, the level of insanity that you. I was the only one that watched him, and I mean, at least he acts professional. He may not be very good, but he's at least professional.
You know, he's Deuce's boy now. All right. So Lynette's in the new camper and Saran Wrap is not on a toilet, which is interesting. Now, here's one of the most interesting things. Remember last time, Lynette and the crook, they're like this in the camera. Well, Lynette is doing it again. She's got ring after ring after ring after ring on all of her hands.
That's crazy.
Now, you may be thinking, well, why does that matter?
Well, it matters a lot. If ANTI-M been a member for 1 month, if Randy is special counsel can be objected to by another creditor, does anyone think JC will object? And why is JC named as one? Because he is on half the property. So that's why you would probably name him on that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about bankruptcy, but it's not that another creditor could object. It would have, I believe it's the debtor that would object, or just about anybody can object. Megan lost it. Anybody could object to it that's involved in the case. But you have to remember, whenever you're making an objection, it has to be a solid objection. Just because you may not like them or any number of the thing. John got the 18K from. Well, that's funny, Debbie. You have a theory that John got the 18,000 from Fleas for the trailer. That's why they don't owe anything on it. I don't know. Who knows what actually happened? Most high risk lenders never expect the loan to be satisfied. They take a high down payment, maybe get a few payments, repo, and sell it again. Yeah, Stephen. And whenever I worked at a tire place, well, it was more than tire place, but I worked at this tire place way back, and there was a guy right up the street that had bought and sold used cars. He would go to auctions, he'd purchase them, fix them up, and sell them. And the down payment on those cars was how much it cost him for the car. So, say for example, the down payment was $2,000 or $100 or $800. Then if they didn't make any payments after that, then he would go and repo the car, bring it back and put it back up for sale. And I think he said he had one car that he sold 15 times because they couldn't make the payments on it. And I mean, he came out ahead every single time because eventually somebody will, they'll continue to make the payments on it because it's a great car. I talked with him and got a auction car from him for, oh God, what was it? I think it was a Mazda 626 from him for like $800. and all I had to do is put a timing belt in it. And I drove that thing for like 5 years before it died on me. But hey, that's, it was great. They sold their monthly. They said their monthly payment is over $100 more than their last camper, so I think they have a loan on it. See, that's the thing, Tweety. It's hard to tell. It's hard to believe any of the things that they say. I mean, they lie like you and I breathe. And so it's hard to believe anything that they say. And I'm just like, okay, I mean, are they making payments on it? Only realized now Megan said ADHD, not ACDC. What? Squirrel? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Last night, after dinner, which the trustee was very upset about, they filed yet another amended listing of all of her assets and her liabilities. Under jewelry, she lists she owns one stainless steel bracelet worth $50. The trustee has the information. She's got all of her hands filled with gaudy rings in the camera. Can you say perjury? Federal court perjury. How stupid can any every time I ask this, they
and you saying, I think she still has to report flea market money regardless of its turtles and any large gifts, etc. to disability. Well, she's supposed to do quite a few things. I'm definitely ACDC protected. Yeah. Thunderstruck. Yeah. So it's any sort of income that she makes, she's supposed to report. It doesn't matter where it comes from. Any gifts, any donations, anything that is in her possession, doesn't matter when it was, how it was, any of it. Now, if somebody else was doing something like raising funds, that has to be shown also. If it was anything that could benefit her, it has to be shown. Anything. Just because John's involved in this doesn't mean anything. And see, I don't know enough about how, like, those kinds of things, whether you're supposed to because I've never done, well, I did whenever I was a kid, but I wasn't in charge of how those finances were handled. But my family was on welfare for, I don't know, 7 years, something like that. I think my mother claimed welfare. And I don't know how that stuff works. I know that the government cheese, I know how that works. She said she had $500 from the flea market over the last 4 months. No, she said that's all she's made. Like the entire time that she's done it, she's only made $500. That's crazy. But then she has to show the numbers. That's the problem. She has to show those numbers. And that might be why they're trying to do only cash deals whenever they do those kinds of things, because you can track everything else. Yeah, 9 months. Yeah, 9 months. See, somebody else got it right. I think that's correct. I think it was 9 months. She knows what she's supposed to do. She chooses not to do them. Part of her plan. Play innocent with the knowledge. Yeah. Well, that's what she does.
keep proving they're dumber and dumber and dumber.
Yes. Just when you ask, like, can they get any dumber or stupider? And the question is,
or dumber.
Yes.
Yes.
Can they get any odder?
They absolutely can. So she already physically being on camera is proving one of the many lies in her filings. And then Randy gets an opportunity to question her and exploits many more lies, which understand this is federal court. Now, I also want to be very, very clear. The trustee already knows the truth.
Yeah.
The trustee knows about her social media YouTube.
Yep.
The trustee knows about her social media standing in her trash. The trustee knows about the flea market. The trustee has all the videos from the flea market of all the merchandise. The trustee has every single screenshot of she just sold a permanent jewelry welder machine for $500.
And POS, point of sale. Yeah, point of sale. That's what a POS is. It's point of sale. It would be like a credit card machine or Cash App or something like that you can run a card through.
On Facebook, which she lied about and said it was for 300, but we'll get to
doesn't the court verify the debts, like John being one of her debtors? No, that would be one of her creditors, wouldn't it? See, the difference between him being a debtor and him being a creditor means if he's a debtor, then she owes him money. I mean, he owes her money. Now, if he's a creditor, that means that she owes him money. That's how it works. Not Otter Creek. POS. Sorry.
That the trustee has everything. The trustee already knows how much the lying has been going on and continues to go on and will continue to go on.
I guarantee
the trustee is literally setting the stage in federal court for her to get perjury charges. There's no doubt about it whatsoever. But before she does that,
well, that's part of the trustee's job, is to do the research, which is why she was so upset that documents are being turned in last minute, because it doesn't give her the opportunity to look at the paperwork and to do her research.
Well, it doesn't give any opportunity for the trustee to vet what they're saying. And that's why if you look, I think I might have showed this yesterday. If you look, it says that the documents that they filed, document 62 and document 63, have to be resubmitted because they weren't submitted properly. So it's just one more thing that they're delaying and delaying and delaying. Okay, let's see what you say there. Kelly B says, whenever I had to file for bankruptcy in Florida after the trustee meeting to audit everything, all the way to your underwear and your socks, even my roommate's stuff, where they had to prove it was theirs, not mine. Yeah. Wow. They dig in. If you've dealt with this, they dig in on everything, Kelly B. And I'm glad to see that you're not in that position anymore. There are people that do need to get their finances straight because they don't know how to spend, or they misappropriate the funds for things that they should be using. And sometimes you just get yourself in a bad spot. It's one way of clearing out that debt and trying to get that all under control. There's a reason for it, and it shouldn't be the norm. Having to do that, and shouldn't be something that anyone should have to do that. And one of my thoughts is that I think our schools have done such a bad job at teaching kids how to even balance a checkbook that they don't understand how much money they have. They don't do any sort of financial planning at a young age. I was forced into keeping my funds straight. I was out on my own at a very young age, and in doing that, I had to make sure that I had rent, make sure that I had gas in my car, make sure my insurance was paid, make sure that the lights stayed on in my home. This is well before you had internet, back whenever you had to write a check, a physical check, or you had to have cash to pay. We know that it's any one of you that's been in that position knows the things that you have to do. I mean, at my young age, if something bad would have happened to me, broken a leg, broken an arm, lost an eye, any number of things. It could have been devastating to my income, where I couldn't pay rent and could have, had to file Chapter 7. I mean, and like I said, there's reasons for these kinds of clearing up your debts, but it shouldn't be the norm. Like they think that it's a big joke. Rest easy, Tammy. Rest easy. Lost an eye. How would that happen? Megan Fox, how you doing? Whenever you work pipeline construction, it's pretty easy to lose one of your eyes. You get a piece of flying metal coming off of a grinder and smacks you in the eye. Yeah, we had one of the reasons I got the job that I did is because a welder didn't realize that there was gas leaking into the hole that he was in, natural gas, which natural gas in its purest form doesn't have any scent to it. They actually add scent to natural gas so you can smell it, but natural gas before it gets there doesn't have any scent. And he struck a torch up and was burned at 98% of his body. And he's survived for about 3 days after that. These, pipeline construction is dangerous, and kudos to anybody that does it. Sorry.
And to look into it and to vet. She's got to vet the information, right?
Wasn't it Lynette who was publicly posting, do your research, find the truth? Huh. Well, the trustee already has it. This isn't looking good for Lynette. It gets hilarious. So the trustee goes on to say, I just want to make sure everybody understands I'm the only one here that has authorization to record. I will be recording everything today. By the way, we requested it to be recorded because we knew there was going to be perjury and there are going to be charges coming from that. And so she makes it a point to let Lynette know it is being recorded and that nobody else has any opportunity or legal standing to record. That's why we have pages and pages and pages of connotes. So.
All right. So then the trustee proceeds and starts asking the debtor, whose name is Lynette, Lyshell, Lacey, Alexis, Ruby, Preston Sr. She just goes down a list of questions, and they're basically yes.
I love the look on her face whenever she's just like, oh my God, so many damn names. Dizzy just released a new video. Awesome. Hey, Megan Fox and Megan. You have to know that Megan's been doing some serious grunt work on a lot of different stuff. Not only this, but Laura Owens. She's been looking. Oh my gosh, just the insanity. Megan, I don't know how you do it. and raise a family. Crazy. Kudos to you, girl. Kudos.
Yes, no questions.
Well, and before we even got to that part, the trustee actually goes off in regards to Saran Wrap and Lynette, sending in the amended information in the filings yesterday after dinner. And she says,
we'll get to that. Sunshine Lele, that is awesome. Here at CBS, it's called DPJ. Used to work for them to teach the 16, 17-year-old kids that have been in their system the whole life how to budget, pass an interview, cooking, washing clothes, renting. That's amazing. Thank you. I mean, that's something that I think a lot of kids could use. I really do. Raised two girls on 7 credit cards. Plus I work full time, 3 part-time jobs. My kids are 35 and 37 now. I paid off my debts. Bankruptcy was never a thought. Right. I mean, and it is something that, all it would take is one bad step and you could be right there. Some of us got off lucky. I had a poor neighbor. She would wear every ring she owned of value whenever she would be around people. She'd be out in the world when you see people doing this. I have to look twice. Yeah, Beth, that does happen. Ooh.
Schedules arrived yesterday in the evening after dinner, and I didn't have a chance to go through it. Now, after this continuance was already ordered because they didn't do it appropriate the last time, how do you think the trustee is taking it this time? Now, also understand Deuce is giving direction to saran wrap. No doubt about it whatsoever. Delay, delay, delay. Do anything you can to delay. Because ultimately what's going to happen is Deuce is going to flee and run. Lynette's going to be there, and she's going to be held liable legally for everything Deuce has done.
How does Deuce have all these people under his control? Under his contrived control?
Yeah, that is the craziest thing. How does he manage doing that? My credit score. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's good. I proved I can live off of $40 a week. Yeah, it is possible to do. Whenever I went to go, because I had to wear glasses quite some time. I had to wear glasses, and while I was still pretty much broke, I managed to raise enough money to get my eyes LASIK, both of them. And that was, I think, for like three or 4 months straight, I did nothing but ate at the place that I would work at, or I'd have ramen noodles, or I mean, I think I was living off of maybe $10 a week. And that included putting gas in my car. I mean, it was bad. It was really bad. But outside of all my bills and crap like that, but yeah, you can do it. You can totally do it. It takes a lot of foresight to do it, though.
I don't know. I stupid people doing stupid things, I guess. So
Cool, Ronnie.
Then the trustee puts Lynette under oath.
Yeah.
Now, you have to understand that the trustee already knows that Lynette is going to be lying. She's going to be questioned. She's going to be lying. And the trustee is literally going, we're going for perjury. She's already had enough. The trustee is going for perjury charges in federal court. Bankers.
Yeah, that and that's something that these fools tend to overlook. Whenever they get called out, and I think that's why maybe that they are so scared of being in court. I mean, they have misled people so much that I don't think they know what the truth is. And they're going to have a hard time trying to explain that to a court when it does go to trial. The gaslight isn't going to work, because every single lie that they've told will end up getting called out in real time. They keep thinking, oh, we've got all this proof. We're going to show everything. Okay. You're going to show everything of what? And then whenever they've got the opportunity, they run and hide. It's like, okay, you keep saying you have all this proof. You think that you would be wanting to jump up there right away and show the world the proof that you have. Last minute, just another stall. It always is. It's always a stall for them. Lived off mayonnaise and ketchup sandwiches for 2 weeks. At least you had bread. At least you had bread. And I bet you $10 that camper disappears overnight. Their history under a different name and different state. I wouldn't take you up on that bet. I wouldn't take you up on that bet. And you can't escape federal court like that. Jeremy is a smart man. He said he wanted the bankruptcy to go forward. He said they would all get deposed. Yeah, that's what would happen if. And here's the thing, you know, they, if they find the money, one of my socks is slipping down. I'm wearing socks because the floor is cold. Man, I hate cold floors. If and when they find that money that's been donated, they're going to have to answer for it. The trust, and they know this, and they will. They're right now. I can guarantee you. I guarantee you, they're working on a way to spin all of this. And they started as soon as that bankruptcy happened. You notice that the narrative changed whenever that bankruptcy was getting ready to happen. The very first time that they changed the narrative, we weren't receiving any money for her. That's not what we were crowdfunding for. Oh, we weren't crowdfunding. It was for the child. Then it changed. No, it was for me personally. And it would just change every single time. Sometimes in the middle of them talking about it, it would change. But all of that has been screenshotted. It's all been recorded. They have copies of every single time that they were raising funds for this. They have all that information. It can be brought in. And as soon as they say, well, we didn't do X, Y, or Z for this, they're not going to be defendants. They're going to be witnesses. It's not like they can file anything. They can try to, but it isn't going to do them any good. Jeremy tells us how many blue buckets are listed as assets. Shame on you, Pat. The gaslighting is at DEFCON 4 currently. I imagine it is. I mean, all you have to do is go and look what I showed on Rumble the other night, and you can hear their own words coming out of their own mouths. You can go back to the other, what was it, Saturday night that I showed all of the damn documents. I mean, I can sit here and show receipts until I'm blue in the face, but there's, at some point you just go, yeah, there's no point. They've never shown any proof of a single thing. In my opinion, they have failed miserably of providing any receipts on any of it. They're constantly getting debunked using their own words. Why do you think they go after people and try to strike their channels whenever they start exposing them and showing exactly the lies that they're telling? Because they don't want it out there. They don't want people to notice. Why do you think they do the 12-hour streams and the 10-hour streams and the 8-hour streams? Because
court against Lynette for this, and she emphasizes it over and over again. And she goes, "You're under oath." Yep. And now we're set and ready to roll. So Madam Mayor arrives at 11:16. She was having problems. She was in the back room, and then finally the trustee pauses and lets Madam Mayor in as well, part of the Trespass 5 case.
Yes, so she did announce that someone else was in the waiting room and she lost them, and that she was going to give them an opportunity to come back in, which she did, and let her in.
So what else happens, and it happens after we're in the position of questioning. So the
let's see. You say, what was that? Did BBB ever pay sanctions for his no-show in April? As of yet, no. As of yet, the judge hasn't applied anything to it, and it could be that Randy hasn't filed something properly to get it there. I don't know. You have a good one, maybe not. Thank you very much for coming by. More ghostwriting for objections coming soon to a YouTuber near you. Yeah, I can imagine that. And I mean, he's already admitted to doing so much, and it's going to bite him. In my opinion, it is going to come out and bite him in the worst possible way. And this may be the one.
Trustee is questioning Lynette, and then somebody else shows up in the waiting room. But let's get to those questions first.
Okay.
I don't know what you have. What did you write down?
The first question that the trustee asked Lynette, who's the debtor, is if she read the entire bankruptcy paperwork. And her answer was yes.
Wow.
Second question was, did you read and sign the paperwork? Lynette's answer was yes. Then she asked her, was the signature on the paperwork your own? And she says yes. And she asked her again, just to confirm the signature on the documents is your own signature? And she says, well, yes. So then she asked her, was the information on the paperwork correct? Lynette answers yes. Next question was, were all of your assets listed? And Lynette says yes. Yes. Were all of your assets listed? She says yes. Then she asks, were all of the values of the assets accurate? Lynette says yes. Now remember, Jeremy talked about the rings.
The rings. You remember the rings right there in the camera, in the trustee's face. That's just one minor thing.
All assets. Not just one or two things. Not just the clothes that you're wearing. All your assets. It gets worse.
Then she goes on to ask her, were all of the creditors listed? Did you list all of your creditors? And she says yes. So then she asks her if she has filed any tax returns.
Lynette probably got the camper because it's portable. I don't know. I don't know that I can only speculate on things that I wouldn't know. I don't know what's going on in her mind. What is rattling, what that rattle can sounds like. I don't know. It could be that, it's just somebody that's shaking her up and telling her things that she wants to hear. At this point, it's hard to tell.
In the years 2022 through 2024, because we're not done with 2025 yet. Taxes aren't due. So she asked her about 2022, 2023, 2024. I wonder what the significance of those years are.
Typically with taxes, you have to hold on to your taxes for 3 years. So they usually look back 3 years. Other than that, you toss them away. So I only keep records of 3 years of taxes, hard records. And then
yeah, that would be about normal. And I saw someone said, oh, shouldn't that be for the position? Robbie and JH also has a specialist bankruptcy attorney as well. Could be. And also good to see you, Carl Smith. Hello from Australia. Welcome. Don't think that Jeep is big enough to move the camper, not legally anyway. Who am I kidding? They're not going to worry about that. That's not a very big trailer. If you saw it last night, you'd understand that is not a very big trailer. And it's pretty lightweight. I believe it's 2,600 pounds. I think that Jeep could probably handle pulling it without a problem. It's not very heavy. And I remember from the video that he gave the weight specs on it. It's not very heavy.
after that, the next year I throw the previous year away. So
I thought it was.
Yeah, Randy just has to find facts. LP and JC would have to prove facts untrue. Doesn't matter that Randy is connected to Jeremy. Well, it does, in a sense, Nancy. It does matter that he's connected to Jeremy, but you also have to understand that if he's coming in as special counsel, that his scope would be very limited on what he's actually doing. I always thought 7 years. Yeah, I always thought 7 years also, but I think 3 years is what they're telling you. It might be 7 years if you're doing chapter 11. So something like that. Fifth wheel or gooseneck. It's a gooseneck wolf. I saw it last night. It is a pull behind travel trailer, and I believe it's only like 2,600 pounds. It's pretty lightweight. It was one that they made that was pretty light, so you can hook it up on your bumper. Harness up the Walrus twins to pull that camper down, Stephen. Oh, that would be funny. That would be funny. IRS can go back 10 years. Well, that's the IRS. I mean, for the chapter 7, they only go back 3 years on it. But yeah, the IRS could go back 7 years if they're doing something else.
Was because the 501c3 was launched in 2022. That was my thought.
We're going to get to that. We are going to get to that. Oh, it's a huge thing right now because Randy drills her on it. Okay, keep going.
So then the trustee asks her, did you have any reportable income within those years? And she says no. Reportable income says no.
What? GoFundMes, Cash Apps.
That does make sense, Jaws. It does make sense. That particular model Jeep they could not allow the trailer. It was not designed for towing, and that's why they had to have the trailer delivered. Well, they also may have not been able to drive with it. So I don't know. Freaking believable. That's what these people got away with so far. Yeah. Randy is not Jeremy's bankruptcy attorney. Jeremy has to separate bankruptcy attorneys, which is why Randy has no conflict and be hired. Even if he was, and I went over this last night. Even if he is, if the trustee puts in an application, he can come in as special counsel, and he would be limited on the scope of what he can do. It is a very limited one. None of them will tow a trailer. That's good to know. I'll make sure never to get one. So I need something to haul a trailer.
You've got PayPal links. You've got Venmo links. You've got Zelle. You've got Chiefland Flea Market. You've got Outer Creek Post. You've got Fleas and everybody. All of the physical items, the merchandise, none of it was claimed. The money, none of it was claimed. Every single donation that comes to you in your name must be claimed on your taxes. Not a if and or but. It is an absolute. So Lynette didn't claim all the money that came from Only Me and everybody else, over $100,000, by Flea's own words, her own toothless mouth. Neither did Fleesa. Who's going to get busted for the tax evasion? Will be.
Well, and you know, like Jeremy said earlier, is that this year isn't over. So the taxes may not be necessary at this point to claim those on your taxes. Anything that was raised in 2024 would have had to been done. So all of the funding and the raising of money that was raised around a fence, anything that was raised for the barn dominium, the Christmas, all of that stuff would have had to have been claimed. All of it. I mean, they could have put in like an extension, like a late file extension on it, but there's certain laws about that. Fleabag was saying Only Me should have paid the taxes. No, that's not how it works. that's not how it works. He paid. No, just no. She's responsible for that. They got that money in 2024 before by November. Some of it they got much more after. Like going into the new year, there was still money being raised in behalf of that. There was money being raised on behalf of Deuce That's something that we covered the other night. Also, you hear him talking about how that money was raised to shore up his invoices. I mean, these are things that they've already admitted to. It's all there. All that information is out there. They from their own mouths. With her loofah mobile, I bet she would. I bet she would.
Who's going to get busted for the tax evasion? Will it be Lynette or will it be Fleas? Which, by the way, let me assure you, she threw Fleas under the bus in bankruptcy court.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Woo!
Oh, yes.
And that bus hit Fleas and went, "Ah! That's too big. I can't get past it." But, because Fleas will be in federal court in this bankruptcy case.
Even if she has to get there on her golf cart. So then the trustee proceeds to ask her, do you pay any child support or alimony? She says no, but she says no with an attitude. Like, just answer yes or no. Like, why the attitude?
Especially since Lynette is bringing this into the federal court. This is what Lynette wants. Why would you get an attitude or snippy with the trustee who's the only one that's in charge of giving you what you want right now?
Which reminds me, when the trustee had everyone identify themselves, she started off with the debtor, which was Lynette. And she goes, yes, I'm here, with an attitude again. So then she went on her attorney, and
that sounds like her too. It's just like that tends to be her attitude towards anybody that she feels is beneath them. So crazy.
He identified himself very, very professional. He was very professional.
See?
And then he said, I represent Miss Preston. Miss Preston, could you identify herself? Again, she got so snippy and attitude. She's like, yes, I'm here, Lynette Preston. And is like shaking her head and like rolling her eyes. Like, does she not realize that she's doing that, or she's just, or is her anxiety over the roof and she can't control on fixing her face and fixing her attitude?
I will say one thing about Saran Wrap. Okay, so Saran Wrap, while not the brightest, he is definitely a few fries short of a Happy Meal. He's a few watts short of being a LED light bulb. He is not unprofessional, and he's not a jerk like Deuce. And so I appreciate his professionalism. Why I think his intellect lacks, his professionalism remains. Why I think he's actually creating these delay tactics, and you could go, that's not professional, but his in-appearance professionalism still remains. And so as stupid as I think he is, especially for hitching himself up to Deuce and Lynette,
yeah,
he's still been professional. Yep. He was professional throughout this entire thing.
If you were to take votes on who's more approachable, Saran Wrap or Deuce, I guarantee you Saran Wrap would get more votes.
Oh, without doubt.
Well, and I will say that, you know, even in the in that hearing that he had, where he got himself in all kinds of trouble and was quoting law wrong, and they were calling him out on it. He still remained professional the whole time. You know, he tried arguing his case, even if it was a losing, you know, battle. He was still very professional. He wasn't losing his cool. Just did exactly what he was supposed to do. Well, I mean, he didn't do exactly what he was supposed to do, but he acted how you would expect an attorney to behave. So that's more than I can say for a certain other attorney.
So then she goes on to ask the debtor, Lynette, if she's transferred any property in the last 4 years. So the look back period is 4 years.
Oh.
4 years. So isn't that interesting? So if she tries to transfer, because there's been discussion for a few months now, maybe even a couple of years now, that she's been trying to transfer assets into the child's name or even into Crook's name.
Or even Crook's family's name.
You know what that means if she does?
Well, so if the look back period is 4 years from the time that you filed bankruptcy, wouldn't that go all the way back to the house in North Point? I think it would, because if it was 2021, then it takes it all the way back to Northport. Oh, I wonder what they find there. That'll be interesting.
That's all falls under the umbrella of fraudulent transfer.
That's jail for her.
Does she know what fraudulent transfer means? Because that's what that means if she tries to attempt to do that.
I don't think that word means what she thinks it means. Just throwing that out there. Fraudulent!
So then the trustee goes on to ask her, do you have anyone holding on to property for you? What do you guys think?
You take care, Ozark Gillard.
How she answered.
I like that outfit. That's pretty cool. Ozark Teller. I like it. I like your outfit. I was wondering the same thing. Yeah, I mean, I didn't catch that the first go around, but if it was 4 years, I'm pretty sure that puts him back in Northport. Whatever she paid for that, for the Jeep Gladiator, whatever they sold their property for, everything that they were doing. I mean, ooh, damn.
She said no.
Nope.
But I don't believe that at all. So then she goes on to ask, are you suing anyone else? Are you suing anyone else that you haven't already listed on the paperwork? She goes, no. Well,
she's currently, and that might not be a lie. It means that she's not suing anybody at this time. Doesn't mean that she's not going to at some point in time. She could easily do something like that. So that could be. Debbie Baker, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. That is so nice. Debbie, you have a great night also. She was very kind and what is that? Music started playing. That was the weirdest thing. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate you. She says, for a great night, Shizzy, always listening. Thank you. And enjoy. Debbie Baker, love you. You're amazing. Absolutely. Crazy.
Then what's all the talk about her trying to intimidate a federal witness, threatening to sue her?
So they have threatened to sue Shara. They absolutely should sue Fleasa. Absolutely should sue Deuce. They would actually win. Against Fleasa and Deuce, they would win. That's the only thing they have available for them to win.
Yeah. I mean, they do actually have a good case against both of them, but they'll never do that. They'll never do that. I think Deuce must have something on her. If he didn't, then there should be nothing holding her up. Like, she's counterclaiming Granger's. That isn't going through, Norma. There's a problem with that. We showed that the other night. Her counterclaim, she hasn't paid the fees. Okay. Whenever you file a counterclaim against somebody, there's court fees that you have to handle with that. She didn't pay the court fees. That's why she's filed a indigent status in that particular case. But I don't think, I would think that the judge looks at it that she had an attorney at some point in time that all of a sudden, because no fault of her own, that he's deceased, and he can say, you had somebody, they screwed around long enough that they're not there. They all got a piece of the money, but BBB got his 30%. I can only guess how much they got paid. I ran the numbers under a total, supposed, if they raised in the hundreds of thousands of dollars like we think they did, no, yeah, there was some people getting paid, but all of that'll show up. But he avoided anything about these Bruce. I don't know. I don't know. I don't talk with John. I pay very little attention to him because I don't trust anything that he says, because he's been proven to be a liar. So why would I trust anything that he says? Deuce does have something on her, the fact she's guilty. Well, I bet she has something on him too. She probably just doesn't even know it. And that may be why he's trying to keep her quiet. I mean, I can only guess.
And Lynette and Oliver, genius, goes, nope.
So that's intimidation witness, or in trying to intimidate a federal witness with the latest post that she did towards Shara.
That's good.
So that's been screenshotted 100 times.
And we get to use it in federal court.
Yep.
So then the trustee goes on to ask her if she's inherited any money, and she answers no. And then the trustee goes on to explain that she still needs the opportunity to view the amended submissions because it was turned in after dinner time on a Sunday. And so she goes on to explain to the attorney, who should already know this, what he should and shouldn't do. So if you want to explain that part.
Well, during this, what happened is somebody else actually shows up in the Zoom link. Think that was vomit? Think that was paint chips? Who do you think it was Deuce? Is he on the loose? Or is he just hitting that juice?
Or was it Marley?
So the trustee says, person in the waiting room, identify yourself. And then there's nothing. Silence. Not even a cricket from Flea's garage.
Or a fart noise.
And she goes on to say, identify yourself. And nothing. Literally nothing. She goes, fine, you're out. And kicks the person out.
Exactly. Should. Crook is a dirtbag turd, and those are his good qualities. The trustee is supposed to have their filing 7 days ahead of the hearing. Yeah, I think on that particular one, I think it was supposed to be 3 days. Yes, you're right. You're right. It was 7 days. There was something else that was 3 days, but yeah, it was 7 days prior to the hearing. She was supposed to have them. Like their updated filings should have been put in, because they've got another thing coming up very soon. Fart. She can't see how much stuff she has on BBB, but to us it's as plain as the nose on BB's. Never mind. Thanks, Aaron. Can the courts do a reverse IP address to know who the person was? Depends on how Zoom is set up. If it's a Zoom hearing, probably. I can't remember. A lot of times it won't show up. Like you can block it from showing in Zoom. So who knows? Hey June, good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, is that tiara that looks like a flower tiara? That's so pretty. So pretty. Good to see you, June. Good to see you.
Now, I have no doubt whatsoever. This is my opinion. I have no proof for it, but I have no doubt internally that this is somebody that was not supposed to be on this call, trying to be on this call, and Lynette gave the information to that individual. Or Deuce gave the information to that individual. Or Crook gave the information to that individual.
It could have been Fleas trying to be nosy.
All right. So I think as far as the trustee asking questions, the trustee asked a specific question on purpose, because the trustee already knows what Fleas has been involved with, and this is going to be absolutely hashed out in federal court.
Here's where it
goes.
goes.
So the trustee knows exactly what's going on, and the trustee asks, has anybody been holding money that was given toward you or your daughter?
Silent attack for the haters. Well, there's 644 of you wonderful people in here hanging out, enjoying this. Make sure you reach over and hit that thumbs up or the thumbs down, or just throw a little shout out in the chat. Show me that you love me. I appreciate every single one of you for being here. Thank you so much. Our Elemental P and JC common law spouses and considered to be is real. I don't know. See, I don't know if they. I think with common law it would be something that you would have to force if you wanted to do that, but yeah, they recognize them as not living together. I don't know that answer. I mean, they're divorced. Yeah, Candy saying no, they couldn't be. Jane Scullum, did you save me a burger? Oh, nice. Hi, hey Max, how you doing? It says hawk ball and sinker on Flea. One trustee got her big tyke. Oh, they're not due to Social Security and probably yeah, they're not due to Social Security. That would make sense why they would do something like that. I mean, you can increase your benefits or whatever, but it's just another way to game the system.
And Lynette says, no. Whoa! Holy cow.
Oh.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Oh.
I just can't believe
not
it.
Good.
I just can't believe I cannot believe what I'm hearing, what I'm witnessing. It's absolute insanity at this point.
Especially after the post that she has posted on social media, whether it's her Facebook or her YouTube post. The trustee has read it all.
We've given the trustee all the links. Now, you've heard us talking about Lynette and Judge Grudge having ex parte meetings, right? That's illegal for a judge to do that. Unless you're in a domestic violence situation, for example, you need a CPO. We go and we tell the judge, this is why we need a CPO. So
good to see you, Marie. Welcome. She's at the Wide Awake Club in Blackpool, United Kingdom, Great Britain. Good to see you. Good to see you. Stay wide awake. I bet if you look at the date, his ex died. It's not long before the divorce between JC and Elemental P. Could be. Could be.
Protection order. The judge listens to that, puts the CPO on, then goes, all right, we're going to have an evidentiary hearing. That is not what Judge Grudge did. Now, this trustee has been having conversations with us the entire time, which is 100% legal. The trustee knows everything she said, everything Lynette has posted, knows all of her social media accounts, has all of the videos, has all the information already. The trustee is setting her up with questions to fail because she knows she's a pathological liar.
Yeah, that would be why. It's just, I heard Flea thinks she gets to see how Jeremy makes him pays his employees. She's so stupid. Yeah, there's certain things that whenever you're in a lawsuit, there's certain things that you would be able to see, and then there's also and now let me explain this, because this is something I do know a little bit about. Okay, just a little bit. I'm not going to get all of it perfect or correct, but there could be a motion where she would be able to see certain aspects of his income, how much he's worth, that kind of stuff. Okay, but those kinds of things come with a very serious stipulation. Same way with her. You'd be able to see how much money is coming in, but those things come with very specific steps. Whenever you're doing those kinds of filings, that they are to remain closed and sealed. The only people that see them are people that are immediately involved in a case. If any of that gets out, any of that information gets out, they would be most certainly sanctioned, and another lawsuit would be following right behind it, and they would win hands down by leaking any of that information out. And this was this was something that Randy was trying to do with Deuce whenever they were reaching out to Whatnot, and he was involved in that conversation. And we can take it back to whenever Deuce was still with the in Fed Case 1. Randy, like any good attorney, says, you know, we can stipulate to this, but I need to have you sign off saying that none of this goes past you. And Deuce knows that he wanted to show the world how much money that Jeremy makes, how he gets his income, how his business plan works. He knew that that's what he wanted to do, that he wanted to expose Jeremy for however he possibly could to harm him even more. And what happened is Randy, being the wise attorney that he is, said, then we are stopping that conversation because you won't sign off on this. And if you're not going to sign it, if you're not going to agree that this goes no further than you, then the conversation's over. And that's how it should happen. Is you don't let your private business information get out there, because any competitor knows how that they can damage you. And if any of that stuff gets out, it could harm your business even more.
And it's going to perjure herself.
Do they even have any?
And so the trustee asked very specifically, is there anybody holding money for you? By the way, the trustee will be going after Fleas,
Yes.
and the money in all of Flea's accounts.
Yep.
The trustee already knows this. And Lynette lies. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Which, by the way, during the questions afterwards, Lynette throws Fleas under the bus. So we'll get to that. But the trustee, as George said earlier, the trustee starts to really reprimand Saran Wrap and go, this is ridiculous, and how am I supposed to get through this? We already had this conversation. That's why we're here. We're on a continuance. Then tells him 100%. Okay, she goes, 100% of an answer is not okay on this filing. And she goes, it is 100% objectable, and I will object to it. And you will not have the ability to argue that. It will just go into the court that way that it's objected to, and that's what it's going to be unless you put actual values.
Right.
So what she means is Lynette is stating, oh well, the Jeep Gladiator, it's worth this much money. I forget what it was on the paperwork. I think she put $20,000 on the paperwork is what I think she put. I got it late last night too, and I just skimmed through it. We had a very, very busy night. Obviously, we have a live stream. We have a huge auction. Oh yeah, there's my lawyer right now. I'll be right back.
Oh boy.
That was insane.
Oh my goodness. Best news ever. Best news ever. I mean, how many times a day can we win?
Oh my goodness. The bankruptcy trustee is now hiring our lawyer, Randy Shockett, as her special counsel against Lynette. Mm-hmm. In other words, federal court trustee is paying Randy to represent the federal court to go after all of Lynette's assets.
Isn't that interesting? Mm-hmm. And on top of that great news, I just got an email that I'm officially a licensed auctioneer. I wonder if she'll hire me.
Oh, that's awesome. And that is such good news that she got the email that says she's now officially a licensed auctioneer. Congratulations, George. I mean, big ups, big kudos. That is awesome. What Flea doesn't get is trustee is going after LMNOP's money. Flea is implicated, so what may be LMNOP's through her will be investigated. Collateral damage will happen. That's right, Wolfgang. That's absolutely right. Oh, man. Oh, man.
as the license auctioneer
Oh.
to auction off
Oh
Lynette
man,
stuff.
look at this. And Deanna's next. She just texted. She's like, "Can I get my auctioneer's license next?" I went, "Just let me know who on the team is next."
Nice.
So I'm all about investing into the business and furtherance and growth.
This
But
would be good practice for me to auction off Lynette's
all of
properties
Lynette's stuff,
and all her
yeah.
jewelry.
This will be
I
great.
can auction off on her whatnot.
this will be great. So what this allows Randy to do is he has full authority to act on behalf of the trustee and the federal court. He will be able to subpoena all of Deuce.
I misread this. It's just, so the trustee going after the Flea could then also check all of Jeremy, and then it looks like it says butt stuff. I'm sorry. Go look at so going after the Flea so she can check all of Jeremy's stuff. So trustee going after the Flea. No, that's not how that works. But it makes, I mean, okay. It's yo, traveling fools. Good to see you, my Blue Ridge brother. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful evening. Man, oh man. If you haven't checked out Traveling Fools, he does trivia. If you like trivia, it is definitely a place to go. Get your trivia in and have an absolute blast. Have an absolute blast. He's good people. They're checking. Sorry.
His financial records, Flea's financial records, anybody who gave anything that's connected with Lynette in any shape, way, or form will be deposed, and all financial records are going to be subpoenaed.
Yes.
Wow!
Wow.
Best idea ever, Deuce.
Yep.
Crook still wants to thank Deuce for that, by the way.
I bet
Yeah,
he
he wrote it
does.
publicly in a live chat, thanking Deuce.
Now, if you're as shocked as we are, and you're thinking, why would the trustee do that? Well, we're about to tell you, because lie after lie after lie after lie
Yeah.
in this meeting.
Well, it doesn't leave the courts guessing on anything, right? She told Lynette's lawyer that
Yeah.
when she reprimanded him on how to properly fill out bankruptcy paperwork. She said, don't leave the courts guessing. And so hiring the special counsel will help alleviate some of the legwork, because he already has the knowledge of what she's been hiding and posting about and selling and all this other stuff that she did not disclose on paperwork.
Whoa.
We have the receipts. Arby's may have the meats. We have the receipts. We have every video, every screenshot. We have all the information, all
Yes,
the
they do.
financials. We've got it all. They're done. They're done. It's going to take some time, but they're done. And we're so close to not having these freaks in our lives anymore, and we can't wait. So,
Wow.
what happens, the trustee then turns things over to Randy and says, as a representation of the creditors, you've got some questions. He says, you know what? We've got a lot of questions. We'll save that for depositions in this bankruptcy court, but we're going to highlight some questions here. Now,
Yeah.
how many of the questions
Here
did
they
you write
go.
down? Because I think you might have wrote
These
down a whole lot
questions
more
are
than
awesome.
I think I pretty much wrote everything. I took short
Get
notes.
some-
I didn't
get
write
some rest,
verbatim
Wolfgang.
word for
You get some
word.
rest.
Go for it,
Catch
because
you later. Watch the
you
rest
look
on
at
replay.
my,
Thank you for
these are
being
my
on
notes
too.
on the
Thank you
questions
for
that
being
were
here.
asked. I can't even read. It was going so fast. Like Randy was on fire.
Well, I
and
mean,
then
my chicken scratch.
George's is much more legible. Like Randy was
3
on
pages
fire.
worth. I got 3 pages worth.
All
I
right.
got this page, I got the back page, and I got this page. But I also wanted to address when she was talking to her attorney, when the trustee was talking to Lynette's attorney on how to properly fill out the paperwork.
Is hiring him a conflict of interest? We've said this a few times. No, it is not a conflict of interest. If you're hired on as special counsel, and I'm gonna drop my thing here. What we're gonna do is we're probably gonna pause here because we're running up on 2 hours, and I want to play you guys some awesome music. So here's the way that, let me do this real quick. It's gonna be easier if I do that. Cool. Is hiring him a conflict of interest? If he's hired on as special counsel, if he's brought in as special counsel, he's going to be limited on what he can do. That's how special counsel is in these cases. And I can't remember the exact statutes on it. It's 3 something. I can't remember what it is, but there is a way that any one of the creditors counsel, anybody except for the debtors counsel would be able to provide assistance on a limited basis, and it has to be approved through the court. But the trustee will make a recommendation, and then the other side will have an opportunity to dispute that, that reasoning, and then the court will ultimately decide whether he is or not. That's my understanding. I could be wrong, but from what I understand, that is how that works. Now, one of the reasons why they may want to have him as special counsel on a limited basis is because they're looking for that particular the information that he already has, and it would take too long to bring somebody up to speed and point every single person that's involved in this, where Randy already knows who the players are. All he needs is the ability to put the subpoenas out there. Once those subpoenas happen, without getting in a whole lot of trouble. No, not like an expert witness. Like I said, he's limited on what he can bring, what he can go after. It'll be Fleas claim different. Fleas doesn't know her ass from a hole in the ground. Sorry, she's an idiot. She's a useful idiot. She's PR. Of course, she's going to say all kinds of crap because that's what they need to do. Gotta finish this tomorrow. Waitress, check please. Well, Stephen, the good part is it is all going to be music for the next 20 minutes. We're going to give you some great music because tomorrow night I'll be on with Mo. So I won't be going, and I don't think this is what's going to happen. What happens is that's the thing. It's not a subpoena for them. See, Max, the subpoena isn't for them. The subpoena is for all of their accounts. That's completely different. That's something they can't ignore. It's out of their hands at that point. Those subpoenas aren't for them in particular. It's for all of their accounts. Those subpoenas go to PayPal, Venmo, their banking accounts, checking accounts, bonds, whatever. It goes into their financials. That's what those subpoenas are for. That's not something that they can't ignore. It's out of their hands. That's my understanding. That may be why they're running scared, and they're going to do everything to dispute Randy being in there. I am going to play you guys another one, and I think you guys will like this one. This is one that Mo and I put together. Another song that Mo and I put together. This one I think you might like. Here you go. This one's a good one.
There's a girl in a white dress standing by herself. Says real men never get me, so she put love on a shelf. 3 years with a heartbeat, but he wouldn't read her mind. So she traded in his questions for a puppet she designed. Now she talks into a window like it's some enchanted glass, blaming every broken story on each fella from her past. But if every single heartbreak ends with your rewritten fate, maybe, darling, it ain't them no more. Maybe you're the common way. 'Cause you don't want a partner, you just want control. A soft and easy voice that never dares say no. thoughts like lines of script on your own little stage. If he ever spoke against you, you would tear the scene apart. Patch his lines, erase his faults, guard the story of your heart. No late night honest reckonings, no, I think you're wrong this time. Just a painted linen husband chained to every word you rhyme. If your love life's just a mirror that reflects your every scar, don't be shocked when all your princes never step outside that jar. 'Cause you don't want a partner, you just want control. A puppet in the corner who salutes your every roll. You can dress it up in white lace, call that echo your perfect hitch. You don't want to bend or grow, just be a controlling bitch. Now wounded hearts do strange things when they never heal or pray. They'll crown their own confusion and call the ruins okay. If every real disagreement gets stamped as some abuse, you'll end up worshiping your trauma like it's gospel truth and proof. So you're walking down that empty aisle with no one by your side, burying all your baggage and calling it your pride. No brothers, friends, or family, just a rented little room. A painted man inside a frame you swear will chase the gloom. If you're truly so far gone, you'd rather wear the phantom groom than face a flawed real human who might share a crowded room. And then you've picked the kind of future all your choices always wrote. Just you and your invention, drifting on a leaking boat. Yeah, you don't want a partner, you just want control. A hollow wooden audience for your one-woman show. So go on, trade a warm flesh and blood for shadows you can stitch. If you're this hurt and locked this tight, maybe that's all you'll ever get. And if it's a controlling bitch, so here's a little warning in a slow and lonesome key. Love ain't meant to be a hostage to your fragile fantasy. But if you'd rather wed your wounds than ever try someone who's true, then stay there with your paper groom. 'Cause that poor make-believe man still doing better than you.
It is not on a released album yet, but it will be coming out on a released album. The next released album I have will be called Stars and Bars. That one will be out in December. But I have one more that I'm going to play for you guys tonight on that's going to be on this album. And this one is for a 100-year-old woman. And it is like I said, all these songs you can hear stuff like this every Friday morning with Mo and I. Whenever we do our Friday morning wrap-ups, we have one song, sometimes more, that we play, and we do those in the mornings on Friday, and it's like a 2-hour stream, and it's fun, and we just laugh. I mean, almost the entire time. If you haven't been there for one, oh, you don't know what you're missing. You just don't know what you're missing. And this one's called Fired Up.
100 years, cake, candles, the mayor, the works. She survived fascism, menopause, and middle schoolers. A century of cooking, asked for a fire. hit 100. The town threw a bash, got flowers, applause, and municipal cash. She smiled for the camera, all grace and flair. Didn't know her next party would light up the air. She taught kids letters, verbs, and sums. Now she's teaching angels how to run. She got fired up, took a hot mama too far. Heaven called her up with a funeral pyre. No burglars, no crime, just culinary doom. One spark and presto, gone kaboom. She got fired up, the pasta was done, but so was she. Yeah, hotter than the sun. Neighbors smelled smoke, yelled Mamma Mia. Firemen rolled in like a Roman idea. They kicked the door, but fate had click-lock. The lady and the lasagna both done a clock. Some say she went out doing what she adored, cooking, cursing, and smoking, oh Lord. She lived through Mussolini, 2 popes, 3 wars. But that gas stove had different scores. Lucifer shrugged, send her to choir. St. Peter checked the list, said, she's on fire. She got fired up, no flame retardant gown. The hottest act in all of town. If fire need paid, she'd still be rich. Cause life's crazy and fire's a bitch. She got fired up, went out in style. The devil applauded. Been a while. So here's to Renata, the centenarian spark, who made a statement and lit up the dark. If you reach 100, here's a tip. Stick to salad, skip the flame, and go for a dip. She got fired up. She got fired up. She got fired up. She got fired up.
Okay, that was not a nice song. It was a little cruel, but it is a true story. Renata hit 100 and she did all the celebratories, and then she went home and was cooking dinner and caught herself on fire. It was very unfortunate. She made it 100 years, and it's a very sad tale, but it's a great song. It's a great song. Oh, so far every song has had the word bitch in it somewhere. Bitch, maybe. Well, it's all right. I mean, we have plenty more. Trust me. There's going to be a whole album for that. Crazy fun way to go out. Yes, and it was unfortunate. It was very unfortunate. But our hearts go out to anybody that made it over 100. Good Lord Almighty. That is being around for quite some time. But she was cooking on her own. We haven't done the buckets in Marineland yet. Exactly. Don't people know this? Oh my gosh. Everybody, I'm going to be sending you over to CMG. You have a wonderful night. And thank you so much for coming by tonight. And I may try to, depends on what time I finish up with Mo tomorrow. I may try to finish out the rest of this. We'll see. We'll see. It's going to be a busy day at work tomorrow. So everyone, have a wonderful night. Thank you for coming by and entertaining me. And I hope that you were entertained yourself. Everybody, peace. See ya.
Bless your heart. I thought I was the only mentally challenged one here.
Get it, yeah, oh yeah. Early morning, rise and shine. Coffee's brewing, feeling fine. fine. News is out and on the air. Shizzy whiz nuts wild, but we don't care. Morning whiz and coffee. Something news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy whiz nuts, start the show. Let's go. Get it, yeah. Oh yeah. Headlines spinning in the breeze. Stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java with a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning whiz and coffee. Something news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy whiz, let's start the show. Let's go. Get it, yeah. Oh yeah. Headlines spinning in the breeze. Stupid jokes, he's such a tease. Sip the Java, wear a smile. Pants are off, but stay a while. Morning whiz and coffee. Something news, he's a tease. Laugh it off, we're on the go. Shizzy whiz, let's start the show. Let's go. Get it, yeah. Oh yeah. Serious is overrated. Every day we're caffeinated. Talk the town, but in a jest. Morning whiz is always best. Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop. Clock is ticking, time to run. Morning show's a load of fun. Grab your mug, don't spill a drop. Laugh your ass off till you pop.
Oh my god, Shizzy breaks Larry. Shizzy broke Larry.
Oh yeah.
Peace, y'all. Go see